Hello everybody, this is Vinayak and welcome back to Voxfor Lifetime, your go-to source for Linux tutorials and server management tips brought to you by Voxfor.com, your trusted provider for lifetime VPS, dedicated servers, managed WordPress hosting, monthly VPS plans, and lifetime web hosting based on cPanel. In today's video, we will teach you how to install and use ifconfig command on Ubuntu. Ifconfig command is a powerful networking tool that allows you to view and manage network interfaces on Linux. While it has been replaced by IP in modern distributions, it is still widely used for troubleshooting and network configuration. Before we proceed further in ifconfig configurations, I would like to tell you that you should have these three requirements up and running. First of all, you should have an Ubuntu operating system with either LTS version or the current version which is released by Ubuntu. Secondly, you should have administrator access, which means root access to your VPS server, which is required to install and make configuration changes. Next, you should also be having familiarity with SSH consoles or terminal. Once you have all of these three requirements met up, go ahead and check if config is pre-installed. To do this, copy the command ifconfig. I will copy it, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. Config is already installed on my Ubuntu distribution. If config was not installed on your server, you would go ahead and first of all update your repositories by typing sudo apt-get update. I will copy it, go to the terminal, paste it and press enter. This command will update our repositories. Moving further, we will install nettools. To do this, go ahead and copy the command sudo apt-get install nettools. Instead of apt-get, we can simply type sudo apt install nettools. I will copy it, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. This command will make sure that nettools is installed on our Ubuntu server. Since it was already present and at the latest version, it does not have a need to be installed again. Now we will verify our installation by typing ifconfig. I will copy it, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. Again, we can see the basic networking details for my server. Moving further, let's look at the basic ifconfig commands along with the syntax. Syntax for ifconfig command is ifconfig space interface space options. In the interface, we will choose which type of network interface is selecting to be configured. Such example is ETH0 for Ethernet or WLAN 0 for Wi-Fi. You can also have Ethernet at ETH1 and WLAN at WLAN1. In the options parameter, we will go ahead and add options for specific configurations. For example, if you want to set up an IP address or toggle the interface to on and off. If we want to view networking interface details, we will simply type ifconfig and it will show us in-depth details of our IP address, our network mask, our MAC address, as well as the data packets. I will go ahead and copy this command, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. Our IP address, net mask, subnet, along with our MAC addresses will be shown here. If we want to view specific interface details, for example, I only want to view the ETH0 or Ethernet connection details, I will go ahead and copy the command ifconfig space ETH0, copy it, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. This command will show us the ETH0 interface details. We can find our internet IP address, netmask and broadcast options present over here. If you want to take ifconfig for advanced usage, for example, if you want to assign a static IP address to your VPS without using the help of a graphical interface or GUI, we can do that by copying the command sudo ifconfig space ETH0 space our IP address, and we will then specify our net mask as well. To do this, I will copy the command, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. This command will configure the Ethernet port from our previous IP address to the new IP address, which is a static IP address, of course. Next, I will go ahead and check because the IP address which we specified, that is 192.168.1.100, is a dummy IP address, and you should make a note that it should be only accessible if your firewall allows it or if the network configurations are flexible. We configured the net mask as well, because if we did not configure the net mask, proper routing rules for our IP address and the VPS server would not have been there. Similarly, if we need to configure a subnet mask, we will do so by going to a terminal and typing the command sudo ifconfig eth0 netmask and specifying our netmask detail. I will copy the command and in my terminal I will paste it and press enter. This command will change the net mask of ETH0 Ethernet interface to 255.255.255.0. Once it is done, we will go ahead and see if we want to bridge the network interfaces up or down in their priority. For example, if you are having more than a single IP address or more than single uplink to the internet, you can choose which Ethernet port should be live or disabled. To do this, you can use the command sudo ifconfig eth0 or the name of your ETH interface or WLAN interface space up or down. The up command will be used to bring the interface online, and the down command will be used to disable or disconnect through the interface. I will go ahead and copy the command, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. This command will make sure that the Ethernet interface 0 is online. This is only used if you have more than a single Ethernet interface. Make sure to not use this command if you have only a single interface, because it will make you disconnect from the server. For example, if I go ahead and use the command eth0 down, I will copy it, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. This command will disable the Ethernet interface, and if I try to connect or send any commands, it will not work. And after a specific period of time, we will see that the session has been terminated. If you accidentally use this command on your server with a single IP address or Ethernet interface, you have to go ahead, restart, or use the Linux rescue mode or IPMI access and then reconfigure your Ethernet interface. Moving further, let's look at how to set the MTU, also called maximum transmission unit. This is the largest size of data packet which can be sent from your network to a specified host. To do this, we will copy the command sudo ifconfig eth0 mtu space our packet size. I will copy it, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. Now, if I want to verify it, I will go ahead and type ifconfig and it will show that the maximum MTU size is 1452 packet. Moving further, if we want to manage multiple network interfaces, as I told you in the beginning, such as ETH0, ETH1, WLAN 0, WLAN 1 or loopback devices, we can switch them and manage the interfaces by using the command ifconfig space WLAN. If I use this command, it will go ahead and switch the networking from Ethernet to WLAN ports, and it will provide information of the WLAN port. For this example, I will go ahead and choose the loopback. I will go to terminal and type ifconfig space LO and press enter. The loopback details are present over here. Similarly, if I wanted to check details for WLAN, I will go ahead and type WLAN 0. Since WLAN is not present on our VPS server and it is recommended that you don't install WLAN if it is a shared server or a virtual private server. Installing a WLAN module in your virtual private server can expose you to various threats, because the virtual private server is being operated on Ethernet console access. That is a virtual LAN based Ethernet. Moving further in our article, we will look at how to diagnose network issues with ifconfig command. If you want to check for dropped packets or errors while the data transmission takes place from your server to the internet or any specific IP, you can do so by copying the command ifconfig space name of your interface, paste it and press enter. This command will show me the details of ETH0 interface along with how much packets have been sent, how many errors it encountered, and how many packets were dropped. Similarly, we can also view the collisions. For example, in our wired network, if the data packet transfer is being collided with any another packet, we will be able to see that detail as well. Moving further, we will look about the Rx and Tx values. In our terminal, we can view the Rx and Tx values, where Rx means the received packet value and Tx means the transferred packet values. This tells us how much data has been sent and received to your server and from your server by a specific interface. Analyzing these values can be useful for identifying network congestion or high data traffic on specific ports. If you are using ifconfig command in your Ubuntu based VPS for network configurations or management, you can go ahead and also look at the persistent network configurations. This means that if you want to configure ifconfig command temporarily and reset it after reboot, you can make the changes in the file present at /etc/network/interfaces. To do this, go ahead and open your network configurations file by typing sudo nano /etc/network/interfaces. Copy it, go to terminal, paste it and press enter. Since we are in our network configuration file, I will add the configuration rules under the respective interface. For example, if I want some specific changes to be done in the ETH0 port, I will add these three lines behind it. I will copy it, go to terminal. In our ETH0 interface over here, I will paste it. Now I will exit the terminal by pressing Ctrl X, Y and enter. Now we can go ahead and reboot our network or restart our network services to apply these specific changes. Ifconfig has been a powerful tool, but combining it with other tools such as ping, traceroute and netstat gives it a very much heavier computing advantage among networking toolkit. We have already covered the ping command tutorial on our YouTube channel. We have also done a netstat based tutorial. You can go check them out and implement them with this tutorial regarding ifconfig. This can come handy. For example, if you want to change an IP address, you can use the ping command to test the connection and verify that the new configuration is working as it should be. As per the ending of this video, I would like to explain you about the installation, basic and advanced features of ifconfig command. To deepen your knowledge, I would recommend you to go ahead and explore the videos which I mentioned previously regarding ping, traceroute and netstat present on our channel. Also, go ahead in our blog and explore the articles regarding networking concepts. That's it for today's guide on installing and using ifconfig on Ubuntu. We covered installation, network interface management, IP configuration, and troubleshooting. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and share this video with others in the Linux community. For more tutorials, check out our blog linked in the description. And remember, whether you need lifetime VPS, dedicated servers, managed WordPress hosting, monthly VPS plans, or lifetime web hosting based on cPanel, Voxfor has you covered. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.